what about the counterpoint of, do you feel restricted by things that you can't do on cable TV that you might be able to get away with in a hard R movie? I mean, has that been any bit of an issue? I mean, when you're dealing with zombies and terrible things happening to people.
No.
Has not really been an issue. We're getting that question a lot because, because I guess there are standards and practices, but we haven't run up against them.
Awesome.
Really, I can't say fuck. And that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the only barrier that I've hit.
Frank Darabont just said fuck.
Frank Darabont just said fuck.
You should have heard him 10 minutes ago. But we did talk. At one point we did have an idea that we were sitting in the office one day talking, and we were talking about Night of the Living Dead and the one nude woman zombie that walks in front of the house, and we were kind of making a joke about, like, there's a branch that is strategically placed so that you see a shadow across her, and then we were like, wow, we should do a nude zombie that's just been torn apart walking around, and then they were like, well, you can't.
As long as you don't show her butt crack, it's like, really?
Right. And then we're like, well, it got chewed off. Wait, no.
That's the way to get around it.
Exactly.
You can show that if it were gone.
Or you just rip her in half from the waist down.
Which we did, but no spoilers. What's wrong with you?
It's not a spoiler.
Well, I guess they all saw the panel thing. So anyway, yeah. No, the truth is we're making our decisions in terms of how we want to shoot something based upon how it feels best. There's sometimes the less is more approach. Sometimes there's the more is more approach, which in a zombie thing, you need the more is more sometimes. And we're just not running up against those constraints. There's not some standards and practices doomsayer going, oh my God, no, you can't show blood. That's not at all what's going on.
Yeah, there's one guy at AMC that every time he sees dailies of a gag or something we did, he emails me. Oh my God, I just saw this today. Like, the people at AMC are so excited about it that it makes our lives easier because even when we did Land of the Dead, I remember George was really nervous about the ratings, and he came up with this great idea. It's like, we'll shoot a bunch of zombies in front of green screen, walking left and walking right, so that for the theatrical version, if there's an objection to the rating, then they can add a zombie pass strategically at a specific point that distracts just a slight bit from the gag, so that you can sort of not worry so much about it. And then in the DVD, those were all taken away. And that sort of, but he was always really conscious of it. I think because of the fact that, in the 70s, he was, strung, literally like strung up for doing it.
Well, Dawn was released unrated, was it not? I seem to recall vividly.
We were talking about that the other day because I remember when Dawn of the Dead came out, because I lived in Pittsburgh, and I would wait until after 11 o'clock at night to watch the previews on TV because they would not air TV spots until after 11 because it was material that was objectionable. So I'd sit at my TV at 11:01. Woo! Where's the Dawn of the Dead trailer?
This might be more of a minutia question, but my favorite version of The Mist is the black and white.
Thank you.
Like that, brilliantly done. Is there a chance on the DVD or maybe a rebroadcast on AMC of getting it in black and white?
We have actually asked AMC, but they're feeling about doing the same kind of retimed black and white thing that I did for The Mist, of doing, at least for the pilot, as an additional supplement on...
the comic is in black and white.
And the comic is in black and white, exactly. And I think they've heard the question now enough times from the fans that when I brought it up, they said, that sounds like a really good idea. So I believe, I can't absolutely vow, but I'm 90% sure, we'll have at least the pilot when the DVDs are released of this season. We'll at least do the pilot that way. Just as a little extra treat for those who dig the black and white thing.